the absolute state of Liz Truss. Competence doesn't really feature with her, does it really? After the problems the other day with the mini budget and the Bank of England having to step in and protect us from the government, we now realise that public services are going to be cut. I think the figure was 18 million, was it? Or 18 billion. Do you know, there's these wild, vast amounts of money being thrown around. I lose track. But any cut in public services is stupid. Which brings me on to the benefit cuts, the suggested real cuts to benefits. Look, I'm going to level with you. I'm on benefits. It's how I get by from day to day. It's how I would say heat the home, but I don't heat the home. Boiler's not been on. I have hot water. But it's how I live. It's how I eat. I rely on those benefits. Now, believe me, you have to believe me when I say I would rather be working. I've worked all my life from when I was 16. Apart from 8 years ago when I was literally unemployed for 3 weeks because the company that I worked for was doing some very illegal things. So the company was closed. But I would rather be working. I'm looking now, excuse me, at the area that I'm particularly trained in, have experience in. I want to look for work. It's not a pride thing. It's just that I don't want to have to rely on the state to live. I'd rather be in control of that and always have done. The important thing is that I rely on the benefits right now. I have to. And I just get by. To have a cut in those benefits would be disastrous. And I'm fairly sure when I say this that I am not the only person in this country that would find having any cut to any of their benefits to be completely disastrous. With inflation so high, cost of living so high, the very means that people like myself rely on to have to cut the amount of money they receive is abhorrent. It's ridiculous. Borders on fucking criminal, if you ask me. This government can't go on. It cannot do this. They made a mess with the mini budget. Bank of England had to step in to shore up the pensions, everybody's pension. And that cost how many billions? Billions. Who foots the bill for that? Well, it's the taxpayer, isn't it? Who foots the bill for any of these government mistakes? Taxpayer. So, cuts to public services. Now they're looking at cuts to benefits. What do they want to do? Kill everybody who's not working right now. And even the ones who do work don't get paid enough, so they're on some form of benefit. Or they're having to use food banks. People who are working so hard. knowing full well that the money they receive at the end of every week or every month is not going to cover their just basic living expenses. This is the result of a country that has been mismanaged for so many years. This is the result. And who is it that suffers? It's the poor. It's the weak in society, the vulnerable, the elderly. These are the people who are suffering. It's not the politicians. Check out how many times they've given themselves a pay rise over the last 10 years. And then compare it to your salary. How many times have you had a salary increase over the last 10 years? This is inhumane. It's an injustice that is being enforced, let's say, upon the people in this country, in this society, who don't have the means to keep up. The low-hanging fruit. These are the people who are going to suffer greatly, possibly die, because they can't afford to keep themselves warm this winter. Because the money they receive from the government could be cut. Penny Mordaunt is apparently speaking up. She may even be behind the revolt in the cabinet about the real-time cuts to benefits. And if it is, well done, Penny. Never thought I'd say that, but there we go. It can't go on. We as a country cannot sustain this. The gap between the poor and the rich is getting wider and wider. Middle England are comfortably off, the middle class, as you say. They're just going to get hammered into the ground. You can only tread water for so long. It's all doom and gloom, isn't it, at the moment? Could do with some light entertainment. I don't know where that's going to come from. Anyway, if I had a joke, I'd tell it just to end on a light note, but I don't have a joke. Apart from this government. All fingers and thumbs today. I blame the flu injection. Nurse came round this morning, saved me having to expose myself to all manner of things at the surgery, and gave me my flu injection. So I'm going to blame that for my fact that I can't coordinate, fact that I've got a very short-term memory that just keeps erasing itself every 3 seconds. I'm a goldfish, basically. That's a kind of joke. Cut me some leeway, please. Anyway, happy Tuesday. Thank you for watching the video. I do appreciate each and every one of you who do so. And yeah, let's keep our fingers crossed that things can improve and will improve for all of us. Because God knows, we really do need it right now. Thank you.